Hi, welcome to episode 30 of the podcast. My name is Daniel Fernandes. Glad you could join in. Are you having a good day? It's such a weird thing to ask people because if you're not dead, you're having a good day. Thank you for all your comments and messages for last week's episodes. I have passed on all your compliments to Neo and he is very pleased with himself. Also, I noticed that many of you said that you prefer solo episodes to the ones with guests. Is that the case with everyone? Type in the comments, let me know. I want to hear what you think. This week's episode is very special. It's part of the Biodiversity by the Bay Festival. That's right, we have another festival because Christmas, Diwali, Eid, and Instagram trolling were not enough. Biodiversity by the Bay Festival, or BBTB, is a digital festival that has been put together by the Ministry of Mumbai's Magic and DeadAnt. Ministry of Mumbai's Magic sounds like the postal address for the infamous spirit of Mumbai. Now, I want you to watch this episode to the very end because I'm going to ask you to do something important that will take very little effort and time but will go a long way in helping this festival achieve its objectives for the environment. This festival was split across music, art, and comedy over the last 3 weeks and is focused around making Mumbai a sustainable and eco-friendly city. Now, I know that when you think of Mumbai, sustainability and eco-friendly is not what you associate the city with. You associate this city with descriptors like concrete jungle, vada pav, or rickshaw drivers that play hard to get. People from South Bombay, a rickshaw driver is a man who encourages you to work hard and buy a car. Yes, Neo, what happened, darling? I'm working right now. Did you do your homework? We spoke about this, Neo. If you don't do your homework, then you can't watch Netflix. How much attention do you want? I have to talk to these people and tell them about the environment and stuff. Yeah, it's important. Okay, if you do your homework, I'll let you watch Netflix. Go on, let daddy work. Okay, I'm working now. Please. Okay. My God, everybody around my life is so needy. Okay, so like as I was saying, some of you might be wondering why I'm dedicating an entire episode to the environment. Okay, so the truth is, I've always been nature's child, right? And I think human beings as a species were meant to have a lifestyle that is connected to and respectful of nature, but somewhere along the way we seem to have forgotten that. Tribal and indigenous people seem to understand that very well. I have a special affinity towards wildlife, okay, both indoors and outdoors, with animals and humans. I've spent a lot of time working with the rescue and rehabilitation of snakes. I've spent many years fishing all over the world. I thoroughly enjoy scuba diving and other adventure sports like dating. So when DeadAnt approached me to do this, it was a no-brainer. Also, this pandemic has hopefully given us a lot to think about, in terms of how we treat the environment. Like we have this habit of taking from our planet while giving very little or nothing in return. So I guess it makes sense to talk about these things once in a while. And in the spirit of giving back, here are some of the things I'm doing to make my life, more eco-friendly, so to say. Like I'm very sensitive to noise pollution, so Republic TV is banned in both my homes. I use the air conditioning as sparingly as possible. I have made the decision not to buy any new clothes for the foreseeable future, and wherever possible, I try to buy organic produce. I also believe it's important to look for healthier alternatives to plastic. A friend of mine recently gifted me straws. Okay, initially I thought, okay, she's being really cheap, but then these actually make sense and they're really cool. Look at these. This one's made of bamboo and this one's made of steel. It's very nice. And I think that besides their basic functionality of sipping, they can also be used for other things if you are an imaginative person. So yeah, I think there is so much more a lot of us can do to make our lifestyles and our cities more sustainable. But today, I want to talk to you about something very specific. In a bit, Neo, in a bit. I know people like you. I know you have fans and I know you want to say something. But like I said, you need to do your homework first and then we'll talk about this. So yeah, The objective of this festival is to get enough people involved in the conversation surrounding 5 key areas of Mumbai's biodiversity. Number one, acknowledging RA as a forest and declaring it as a node development protected area. Two, declaring 5 biodiversity hotspots in Mumbai which must be protected. Three, proposing a supportive policy that sustains the livelihoods of the Koli community. Four, acknowledging the need for the protection of marine ecosystems. And five is my chosen topic of discussion from this list, flamingos and their habitat in Mumbai. Now, I know that a lot of you have two key questions. There are flamingos in Mumbai, and what is a flamingo? Let me answer both of these questions. Okay, this is a flamingo. This is not a flamingo, and this is something you should never do with somebody else's wife. I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but every bird has a personality. Okay, like owls are wise, eagles have an eye for detail, crows are assholes. I think flamingos are cool. Like, if you were at a party by yourself feeling awkward, a flamingo would walk up to you and say, "Hey man, do you want some methi?" Flamingos have been a part of Mumbai's biodiversity for many, many years. They are migratory birds. What that means is they visit Mumbai once a year for a few months until an Indian uncle whose claim to fame is being the admin of the building WhatsApp group asks them to go back to Pakistan. They fly over from places like Kutch in Gujarat, the Sambar Lake in Rajasthan. Some of these birds are known to fly in from Afghanistan, Israel, Iran, France, and yes, even Pakistan. Coming in from these countries to India is going to get you some crazy jet lag and dirty looks. Now, apparently, there are 6 species of flamingos, out of which 2 are found in India: the greater flamingo and the lesser flamingo. I am not making this up, okay? Somebody at some point in history decided to name these birds greater flamingos and lesser flamingos. Lesser flamingos are characterized by their smaller size, dark crimson bill, and low self-esteem, while greater flamingos are taller, have a black-tipped pink bill, and are very arrogant. Listen, if you're a lesser flamingo watching this right now, I just want you to know that it doesn't matter what anyone calls you, you are enough. Out of these 2 species that visit India, 90% of them are lesser flamingos and 10% are greater flamingos. Now, because both these species spend a lot of time together in India, it has been observed that sometimes a greater flamingo will mate with a lesser flamingo, and when this happens, a few flamingos are known to object to this and call it flamingo jihad. Now, you may wonder why these flamingos choose Mumbai on an annual basis, because hey, when you're a bird, you have visa-free entry to anywhere in the world. But they choose Mumbai for a very specific reason. No, it's not to take selfies outside SRK's bungalow. It's not to experience human connection at a molecular level at the other station. They visit Mumbai for the pollution. The preferred habitat for flamingos is wetlands like mangroves, mudflats, and creeks, which is why in Mumbai you'll find most of them settled in Thane Creek, while the rest of them can be found in places like Suri Bay and other smaller wetlands around the city. Now, here's where the magic happens, okay? Thane Creek has become a dumping ground for untreated domestic sewage and industrial effluents. Domestic sewage comes from you and me and is not to be confused with content on Indian news channels. Now, the sewage in the creek promotes the biological growth of blue-green algae, which is food for the flamingos. So basically, the pollution from the city creates food for the flamingos, which is why they are here. This is a phenomenon called edge nature, where wildlife is able to benefit from human impact on an ecosystem. So the next time someone taunts you and says, "Hey, Mumbai is so polluted, yeah," you can go, "Hey, we do it for the flamingos." Now, here's where it gets a little tricky, okay? While the pollution is great for the flamingos, there's something else that we're doing that's causing a real problem for them. Rampant expansion of the city. is eating into the habitats of the flamingos, specifically lesser flamingos. And if we continue to destroy their feeding grounds, we won't get to see them in the city anymore. Basically, flamingos खतरे में है. The Uran wetlands, for example, which is a former flamingo hotspot, has been recently reclaimed to make way for a new airport. The Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link is another example. It cuts across mangroves and mud flats to Navi Mumbai, because of which flamingos do not flock to Sewri Bay in the same numbers as before. India's first bullet train was given clearance to pass through a protected flamingo sanctuary. So you see where I'm going with this. Pretty soon, all the pollution that we have worked so hard to create is going to count for nothing. But all hope is not lost yet, right? We can still make our voices as citizens count for something. And you don't even have to be from Mumbai to do this. Like, I know we have a cold war going on with Delhi. People from Goa don't like it when we visit and make a nuisance of ourselves. But if there ever was a moment for all of us to unite, this is it. Like, isn't it amazing that flamingos are bringing us together and reminding us that it doesn't matter what our backgrounds are, what religion we practice, or what food we eat. At the very core of our existence, we are all united by the fact that we have an Indian passport. Except Akshay Kumar, okay? He can go back to Canada. Alright, so here's what you need to do. If you would like to support the cause of the lesser flamingos along with the other wonderful causes that this festival champions, you can send a letter of support directly to Aaditya Thackeray, Minister of Environment in the Maharashtra government, by clicking the link in the video description. This letter outlines 5 demands that will preserve Mumbai's rich ecosystems and unique biodiversity. Number 1, declare lesser flamingos as a protected species in Maharashtra. 2, declare 5 biodiversity hotspots in Mumbai which must be protected. 3, acknowledge RA as a forest and declare it as a no development protected area. 4, propose a supportive policy that sustains the livelihoods of the Koli communities in MMR. 5, acknowledge the need for the protection of marine ecosystems. Yeah. Go ahead and do this. Click on the link. This will take you not more than 10 seconds to do. Our target is 5,000 signatures. We're currently at a little over 4,000 with 2 days of the festival to go. So the pressure is really on me now to deliver, guys. So I'm counting on you. Help us reach the target. Do whatever you can to get the word out. Do this for all the lovely birds and the fish and the trees. And if nothing, please do it for me. Okay. Once again, the link is in the video description below. Click it now. And on that note, I'm going to wrap up this episode. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Don't forget to hit like, comment on the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, pay as you like option as well. I will be back next week with a new episode. What I also wanted to ask you guys to do is I want to make this more engaging. So give me suggestions about things you would like me to talk about, and try and make it more specific to something you are experiencing or dealing with, rather than just asking me vague questions. Hey, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? Tell me about something that you are going through or something that you are dealing with, and maybe it is something that we can all relate to, and I'll talk about it on the podcast. So you can do that in the comments, or you can hit me up in my DMs on Instagram. I would love to hear from you. So I'm going to see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching once again. My name is Daniel Fernandes. Take care. Goodbye.